Anyway, it's two beds in a room, okay? You know, all I could think of is when you have two beds in a room, you get busy in one and you sleep in the other. I mean, that's what Cooter's Crib is for. Hello, love bugs. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share, and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you are not already a part of our book club over there on the Patreon, hit the link below, and for a small $5 a monthly fee, you can be privy to all the shenanigans. Now, let's talk about Frankie DeBeverly. Well, why am I so pressed to talk about Frankie Beverly? I don't know. But anyway, let's talk about Jan Gaye's After the Dance, My Life with Marvin Gaye part. What is that? 10. Okay, where we left off, Marvin Pooh had arranged a rendezvous down there at the Cooter's Crib for his baby mama, Jan, and his, I guess to call him his protege, Frankie DeBeverly. Anyway, Jan is sitting there, she thinking, now this is before knock at the door from Frankie DeBeverly, but Jan's sitting there thinking that she really hated the fact that both of them were aware of their sexual desires towards each other. And her husband, Taco Me Marvin, was also aware of their attraction to each other. Now, some of y'all I say, why do you call him Taco Me Marvin? See, that's because y'all not looking at all the videos. Watch all the videos. Don't just come in halfway and be like, what you talking about? Listen, his name is Taco Me Marvin because when he in pictures, he always got his shirt open, okay? And he loved to show that taco meat hair on his chest. That's when she opens the door, you know, tonight is the night that Frankie Beverly is going to make her a woman, because I really and truly don't believe that Marvin Pooh took time to really care about her needs as a woman, you know. Now, she said that eventually he started, you know, eating on a peach, you know, but, you know, a selfish man like that in regards to sex, they don't do it good. Wait, Jan opens the door for Frankie DeBeverly, okay, you know. Frankie says, do you want to share a joint? Jan says, I was just rolling one. Okay, now they there. They know what they there for because Marvin told them to go there. They looking at each other. He looking at her. She looking at him. They know what the hell is fitting to go down. Anyway, it's two beds in a room. Okay, you know, all I could think of is when you have two beds in a room, you get busy in one and you sleep in the other. I mean, that's what Cooter's Crib is for. Jan is sitting on one bed. Frankie DeBeverly is sitting on the other. Frankie DeBeverly says to Jan, this is weird, ain't it? Yep, it's weird. It's strange that you're my neighbor, huh? Yep. I'm glad you're next door. Jan says, me too. Boom, boom, biggity boom. It's Marvin Pooh hollering, I know you in there. I know you hunching my wife. I know I set this whole bullshit up, but that's what y'all are doing. Well, Frankie DeBeverly drops to the floor and crawls back to his room. Bitch, I don't believe you. You need more people. You mean to tell me you in a room with Frankie, white hat, white t-shirt, white pants, white shoes, do, and you ain't hunch him? So what you're telling me is that you did not hunch. It's the golden time of day, Frankie DeBeverly. Happy feelings are in the air, Frankie DeBeverly. That's what you're trying to tell me? That's what you're trying to tell us as the readers, that you did not seize that opportunity? Bitch. tell me Frankie the Beverly dropped to the floor and crawled back into his room. Is that what you're trying to tell? Frankie D. Beverly don't have to crawl on nobody's floor, okay, or hide from nobody's Marvin D. Gaye. Do you hear me? Because why? He is Frankie D. Beverly. Marvin Pooh still on the other side of the door hollering, I smell weed in there. Okay, nigga, but when do you not smell weed anywhere? Marijuana and boogity sugary or potted donuts is always in your space, brother. So why would you not think that your girlfriend would be in the room, Cooter's crib? Because, they allow it. Now the Ritz-Carlton and, everywhere else may not allow it. But Cooter's crib definitely allows smoking in the rooms. Okay, and plus it was 1976. It wasn't even no bans or anything. Like now the hotel, like Earth, it's smoke free, Jan opened the door nice and calmly and said, I know you smell weed because I smoked a joint. I'm saying to myself, why ain't you cussing his ass out? Bitch, didn't you buy these hotel rooms for this to happen? Marvin Pooh, you changed your mind? He hollering, where the fuck is Frankie? In the room, bitch. In the room. He ain't gonna be out here being associated with you and your mess. That's what I would have said, but she ain't do nothing but tell his ass, calm down, Marvin. Calm down. She said that after a few hours, he left and he took Frankie with him. That is crazy to me. A month later, what ended up happening was Marvin Pooh was supposed to be doing a show in Atlantic City, okay? And Frankie D. Beverly was supposed to open. See how this works? Marvy was using his power to, let's say, manipulate Frankie Beverly, okay? And Jane, you should have been using your power to manipulate Frankie Beverly. That's because you ain't had no good auntie or no good mammy to tell you how to do stuff. Now, of course, Marvin Pooh, he always has his anxiety issues before he go on tour, okay? He full of marijuana and boogity sugary. They already, what she said, that they was 2 hours late. Finally, they get into the limo, okay? Now, Marvin Pooh says to the limo driver, I need you to get me there in 10 minutes. The limo driver says, it's going to be at least 30, sir. Marvin Pooh say, I don't give a hell what you have to do. Just get us there in 10. What ended up happening was that the driver lost his life trying to appease Marvin D. Gaye. And Jan was hurt. She ended up in the hospital. So Marvin D. Gaye took the situation as if it was a sign from God telling him that him and Jan belonged together. Okay. Again, at the hospital, he's asking Jan to marry him again. Oh, Jan, I love you, girl. I love you. Okay. And then when all this divorce shit is over, I swear I'm going to marry you. All I got to say is, bitch, it don't get no better. So in the meantime, he's accumulating more debt that he already has. And the pending divorce is looming, and he's evading it all. The debt and the divorce. In his mind, he thinking, I ain't gonna sing another motherfucking song for Birdie Gordy. I ain't gonna make that nigga rich. So why is Augie Doggy Anna so, hell bent on trying to get Marvin Gaye's money when she's rich? Her brother is fucking rich. You can't tell me that she don't own stock in Motown. And she's behind the scenes of Berry Gordy. Like Berry Gordy is the face, and the Three Sisters is the machine behind Berry Gordy. So how this works out is, if Jan was getting on his nerves down there to the Hidden Hills, then he would run to his mammy house. Okay. Now, if his pappy started getting on his nerves, then he would run to the studio. And this is where we find out that Jan's brother, Mark, one of Slim Gaillard's kids, who is older than Jan, ran the studio for him. Sometimes Frankie would run the studio. And when Zoila, the Marvin Gaye's sister, was tripping, you need to hire me, goddamn it, I ain't got no job. Sometimes Zoila would take care of the studio, whoever. And talked about how at Hidden Hills you would easily find George Clinton and Bernie Worrell shooting hoops with Marvin Gaye. At the Sunset Studio, you could find Rick James and Tina Marie. And at Gramercy, you would see Bishop Rawlings. So one afternoon, Jan's mother, Barbie, brung an ex-football player who's now an artist. His name is Ernie Barnes. Y'all know who that is? Ernie created the Sugar Shack. That was the painting that is showcased on the show Good Times. While they all sitting around, Marvin Gaye played the song I Want You. You know, that's my favorite song. I remember me hearing that for the first time on Solid Gold. Ooh, yeah, Solid Gold. I used to love the Solid Gold dances. I Want You with Marilyn McCool. And who was it? It was Andy Gibb. When Marvin Gaye played I Want You for the artist, what's his name again? Ernie Barnes. He explained that when I created the song, I had your picture in mind. Do you mind recreating this picture for my album cover? And Ernie Barnes said, not a problem. I can do that for you, bruh. And the public loved I Want You, but Rolling Stone thought that the song was too sexual. In fact, they compared him to Barry White and said that both of them created oversexed music. Now, what's crazy is whenever I think of Barry D. White, in sex music, I'm like, remember early on in the book when we were talking about how Marvin Gaye's father was wearing curlers, walking around the neighborhood? I'm telling you, if y'all think for 1 second Barry D. White had good hair and them wasn't fucking sponge rollers working on his hair, y'all confused. That was fucking rollers. When the book said that Rolling Stone compared him to Marvin Gaye, I was like, y'all don't see Barry White? And I'm not just talking about his size. I'm just like, I don't know. He just looked like he breathed heavy. Marvin Gaye took it as an insult, okay? Jan trying to appease him, saying, listen, the public loves you. Fuck Rolling Stone. Marvin Gaye still ain't hearing it because, you know, he manic or bipolar or whatever the hell he got going on. You know, they go from extremely high to extremely low. One thing can trigger it. You know, one day he want to buy a yacht. The next day, you know, he on tour. On a rock tour. 1976, and Marvin ain't paying alimony no more. And you know what's funny? They just said alimony. They didn't say child support. So I commend the man who still wants to take care of his child. He just feel like that bitch, Augie Doggy Annie, is just being an old bitch. And that's why he don't want to pay her. But child, the rules in place, child. Rules are in place. So anyway, at this point, because he has not been paying, he got to spend 10 days in jail. So MG got missing. Now, she said that nobody knew where he was, not even her. Nobody. And I'm saying to myself, girl, if crack was available, then I'm sure that would have been a crack tour if it was in the 80s. But that's strange when people get missing and you don't know where they are at all. That just sounds like a crack tour to me when people go missing for days. I don't know. Jan say now, not only is he missing, but he's starting to do questionable gigs. Said that him and promoters have never gotten along because he has a bad perception when it comes down to janky promoters. One of the questionable gigs was in Buffalo. The janky promoter, you know, yeah, Marvin, soon as you get here, I got your money up front. Marvin got there. He at the hotel. Where my money? I don't know because the nigga is missing. The janky promoter is on a run with all that ticket sale money. Jan said, did you sing? MG said, I stayed in the hotel the entire time. Something not right. Just something not right about that. I don't know. Are you sure, Jan? You sure that was a janky promoter and not a prostitute? I don't know. It just sound real. Okay, he get missed and then he called you and he said he in Buffalo and he was supposed to sing. He didn't get the money up front. I don't know. So what Jan also said was that he was making bad investments, okay, against people's advice. All right. So $96,000 of his money was invested in pork bellies. I'm joking. I don't know what the hell. It could have been, I don't know, crow's feet. I don't know. Okay. But $96,000 of his money was invested. And the organization went under. $96,000 is gone. Jan nervous. She like, Marvin Gaye, bruh, what we gonna do? We gonna have to do something. Marvin Gaye says, I'm gonna tour in Latin America and Europe and Asia. Jan says, how, bruh? How? You don't get on planes, brother. How you gonna do that? She says that he didn't actually do anything to resolve his financial woes until he was actually about to lose the studio and or Hidden Hills. He decided to get on a plane, and Jan was happy because she was gone. Why you want to be with him all the time when he be lunching? I'd be like nervous. I'd be like, ooh, is today that motherfucker gonna kirk out on me or what? That's abuse to me. So here he is. He is in London where they adore him. Now everything was good. He loving life. He feel comfortable. But then Marvin's special, I'm gonna call her special background singer, is sick and she can't sing. Now Flo is special because she's the one who sings the most famous duets with him, you know, in place of Tammy Terrell. He needed somebody to sing You're All I Need to Get By, It Takes Two, Baby, Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing, just all the good, what is it, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, all the good songs, okay, that we love that he makes with Tammy Terrell. Jan says, Marvin Pooh, I can sing it. Marvin Pooh goes, poor tink tink, patting her on the head, poor tink tink. No, this is big, this is for the big girls, not you. Jan says, I can do it. In front of a live audience, girl, Jan says, yes, I can do this. Are you going to stay on key? Yeah. MG has no faith in her. Now, I believe he got some faith in his brother. He just don't, I don't know, he just don't support his brother in a way. Like, I think he sees his brother as, what is that? Competition. So he's not going to help his brother be bigger. He's not going to do that. Crazy, mean motherfuckers don't want to see nobody else do better than them. Finally, Marvin Pooh gives in, okay? We had the sound check. You know, Taco Meat Marvin don't do rehearsals, and he don't do sound checks. I mean, goddamn it, because he's Taco Meat Marvin. And that's not what Taco Meat Marvin does. So in his place, we have Frankie. Not Frankie D. Beverly, but Frankie Gaye. Okay, so we have Jan and Frankie Gaye singing together. The sound check is perfect. Okay, now it's 10 minutes before the show. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron love, please have a